Love it.
Yes, Mary Crosby.
Is there a universe outside of Bravo?
Did we miss the training manual to our 30s?
No. Are they for real?
Thank God for our girlfriends.
Hi, guys, and welcome back to Structured Chaos with Kelly and Kyra. We hope that you had a great week and that you're ready to laugh about how none of us have it figured out. So, as we can see, it's our spooky Halloween episode.
And I am spooked. I didn't want to spook people too much, so I had to take my costume off because I got sweaty. So I'm repping my Steelers. They're playing tonight against
They're playing my Giants. Whoop, whoop, whoop,
No, that is going to be
That's
spooky.
going to be a scary game. Don't get scared.
So, yeah, hopefully you guys like our outfits. Kyra's is definitely more creative than mine was, but
I literally cannot take myself serious.
Thank God we're not talking about any. Well, yeah, we're not really talking about anything serious. But imagine if this was the week we were doing like the breast cancer topic.
No,
I mean, we wouldn't be able to. But with that being said, there's only a couple of days left of October, so make sure you donate. Link in the description on our Instagram. We are still raising money for breast cancer research. And we will be announcing today, by the time this episode comes out, it will be already announced, but we will be announcing our giveaway winners today for our breast cancer giveaway. But yeah, make sure you go donate. So, with that being said, how was your week and your weekend?
My week was good. It was one of those things. So my coffee table broke and like, it's like, like when you go to replace one thing, then you feel like you have to replace everything. So it's like, the coffee table broke, so I got a new coffee table. But then I thought I need to get new pillows, and then I needed to get a new rug. And then I was like, well, I just got a new comforter, so I guess I should get like new pillows and like bedding for that. And then like my bathroom is connected to my bedroom, so maybe I should like switch up the shower curtain and stuff. And so here we are, from one broken coffee table to 3 new rooms adding decor. So
we had a very similar week. I mean, I was at Home Depot no less than 4 times because my dad's here and my whole house.
He's doing dad things.
It's different. I mean, he built a shelf in my laundry closet. A whole new picture wall. We have new lighting fixtures. We have I accidentally ripped off the texture off of my wall trying to get a command strip off. So we got new texture on the wall, which I didn't even know was like a thing. We're going to Ace Hardware to get screws. We're going here. We're going there. I'm having
Dad
a podcast.
just know what's up.
Yeah. Oh yeah. He knows everything.
I love that.
So... And this is, I love this. And because my dad and my brother both know, they just know how to fix stuff. And some guys do not.
Oh, I know.
I could never marry a guy who didn't know how to fix stuff because
my dad can do everything.
Oh my, everything.
Right.
And so, I've also changed every single light bulb in my house. So that's a game changer. I mean, I just threw out every single light bulb.
Let there be light.
Yes. Oh, we spray painted lamps. I mean, I got a new bed. Okay, wait. this is a funny story. It's not funny because I cried, but it's funny now. So my dad's in town. So is my mom. But my mom is staying with a family friend. Not a family friend.
Her brother.
A family member. I don't know why I said family friend. Staying with a family member. And my dad is like kind of going back and forth because he's just here like visiting, and he's like staying with me and then going to stay with my mom, whatever. So anyways, he was staying with my mom for like that day or whatever, that night. And so my new bed comes, and I was like, oh, my dad's been doing all this stuff around my house. I am going to put the bed together by myself. I'm going to do this. And when he comes
She
back,
is an independent lady.
hell yeah. And I was like, when he comes back, I'm going to be like, surprise, I did it. And I did. I spent 3 hours. I put it together. It wasn't like hard to put together, but it just takes a long time because there's so many pieces and like whatever. So
the instructions are never as clear as they claim to be.
Right. And there's like you're putting in every single screw and every single whatever. Like it wasn't from IKEA, but it was like essentially like one of those things.
Right.
It's a beautiful bed, but it has a headboard, a footboard, like the whole it's like a whole thing. And because like you just said, once you start doing one thing, it's like you have to redo the whole house. And so I'm redoing stuff. Okay. So I put the whole bed together. It took me 3 hours. I go to put the mattress on the bed.
No.
It's the wrong size.
No.
Bed frame. And I didn't realize because it was a full instead of a queen, which is like not that big of a difference.
Right.
So just looking at it, I didn't realize that the like bed that was sent to me was a full instead of a queen. And so the mattress did not fit. And since it has because like I have a queen mattress, and since it has a footboard on it, it's like it
wouldn't.
No.
It has to fit.
And I called my dad and I was like, Dad, I just put the bed together. It doesn't fit. And I just like, he's like laughing. And I'm like,
it's not funny.
No. And he's like, well, we'll see like if we can fix it. And like, you know what? We couldn't fix it. So he came back to my house later that day, and then we had to take it apart, screw by screw, put it back in the box to return it. So I spent like 5 hours that day working on this bed, which is now sitting on my porch for FedEx to come pick it up. Thank God they're coming to pick it up because
you were not getting it back there on your own.
No. But like also thank God I like took things apart fairly cleanly and like had like it was just all in the box still, like all the packaging, and like and thank God my dad was here because there's no way I would have gotten it back in the box by myself like crazy.
No, girl, I'm an avid. I live by myself. I can't do that. So if you want to send one of your people to come here and help me, like that's the only way I'm able to return it. And they're like, you know what? Just keep it. I'm like, okay. Every time. That's what you do. Damsel in distress.
I don't want to keep it. What? I don't want to keep it.
Yeah, I know. But then you sell it and then someone comes and gets it.
No, but so I don't want to do that. I don't want to do that either. Yeah. I would just throw it in the dumpster. I don't want to deal with it. Like, get it out of my house immediately.
Hey, I'll pick it up. I'll pick it up and sell it.
So now I just bought it again in the queen size. So that is coming this week. So right now my mattress is on the floor. So want to know what made me feel like an adult? Nothing. I feel like a peasant. And I was trying to upgrade my room and I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor.
I'm pretty sure new light bulbs make you feel like an adult.
True. But now I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor. So I feel like a loser.
Humble.
Anyways.
Should be living like a queen by the end of the week.
That's how it's going over here. My whole house is upgraded, but I'm sleeping on a mattress on the floor. But I put a bed together all by myself.
There we go.
Didn't need help.
We go.
But you know what? That's a lesson. Should have asked for help. Shouldn't have tried to do it by myself.
It's all right. Lesson learned. I was supposed to dog sit all weekend for my favorite little doggies, but they didn't end up going away. So I was like bummed because like we all know, well, if you don't know, like I love this dog Diego that I watch all the time. It's my client's dog. And I just like, I'm so obsessed with him. Like we just like have this like special bond. And so they were like, well, if you still like want to pick Diego up, like you can. And I was like, yep, I was like, sure do. So we had a little bonding night on Saturday night. So that was super fun. And on Saturday, the Lakers won, giving them a 3-0 start, which they have not had in over a decade.
Whoa.
So pretty excited about that. And go JJ Redick. Very proud of him. They came down from a 22 deficit the other night and they came back and won. So
nice.
Shout out to my Lakers.
Nice. Very, very nice. Cool.
So yeah, that's it.
All right.
That's all she wrote. So I know we said this wasn't going to be sad, but in sad news, I know we spoke like slightly about Southern Charm last week. So there was like this long time house staff, butler, I don't know what he liked to be called, on Southern Charm. And he had suffered a stroke a couple of years ago. And he suffered another one a couple of weeks ago. And unfortunately, this week he passed away. So R.I.P. to Michael.
Yeah, he was seemed really sweet on like when they showed him, and they showed him a lot. So that was sad. But then in happy news, the trailer for Beverly Hills came out. So that will be premiering on November 19th. So excited for that new season that will be starting up as Orange County wraps up. So it's looking juicy. It's looking good.
Mm-hmm.
And
even more exciting, we got a new franchise announced. Hell yes. So Real Housewives of London is coming our way. And I mean, obviously, if you're a true Bravo fan, then you know, the ladies of London had to walk so that Real Housewives of London could run. So don't think that we forgot about where it started, because ladies of London started this. But I cannot wait.
It's coming in 2025. They said they're casting right now. So I'm assuming late 2025 is when that will be premiering.
We'll get it.
So that'll be good. Excited. Very excited. And then I did not hear this one, but I
saw it last night.
Yeah, so Lydia, who was a former cast or a former housewife on the OC, and her mom, who was featured on the show, Judy, passed away. So that's very sad as well.
And if you remember her, she was the mom with like the fairy dust, and like she had dreads, and like
very eccentric.
She just loved life. And so Lydia actually wrote like a really nice like thing for her. So it was really sweet.
Hold.
Kelly just forgot that we were, you know, doing a recording today. But again, it makes me feel good because I'm always the one who messes up. So it's very rare that we get these moments.
No, see, the thing
glad
is,
we got it on camera.
I logged out on my other computer that is usually the one dinging, but I had logged in on this computer to screen record the initial costume thing because I wanted to make sure we had a backup in case the recording failed.
Didn't work.
And then I forgot to log out. Okay, carry on.
So that's all we have for our Bravo news for the week, which we're just gonna follow up, ending on our last week's discussion of Love is Blind. We got the finale this week with the wedding, so we'll just do like a super, super quick recap because truthfully, the thing that we care about is the reunion, and that hasn't happened yet. So how do you feel?
I mean, really, my only thoughts are Ramses is just
trash,
horrible. And watching the scene of them breaking up was really hard for me to watch. Because part of me, what is her name again? I can't. Ashley?
Melissa?
No, I think it's Ashley.
Melissa?
Is that her name? Melissa?
Yes.
No, it's not.
Yes, it is. Yes,
Melissa?
it is. Yes. Marissa?
Marissa.
Marissa.
I was like, it's not Melissa.
Honestly,
That's not...
we're big fans. We are big fans of the show.
Okay, so
this is hot.
You want to take it off?
No, I can't.
Okay, you have to commit.
Mm-hmm.
You're committed. Okay, so Marissa. So it was hard for me to watch because I felt like I related to her in the sense of like how she was saying she always feels like too much in relationships, and like who she is like basically just too much for men. And like in the beginning, men like love her and she's like fun and they are instantly like attracted to her and like excited by her and like want to be with her. And then after they get to know her, they're like, oh no, I don't want to anymore, and for whatever reason. And I can relate to that. I've experienced that multiple times, and it's not fun. And I don't know. It's like, I'm sure we'll talk about this in like a future episode when we do more like topical discussions about dating and relationships and things like that. But I don't know. It just kind of like struck a chord with me. It's sad. I think I can appreciate the fact when people end the relationship before going to the altar, because
100%.
I would want to be broken up with before that point, no matter how hard it is. Or yeah. I think some of the people do it in a nicer way than others, for sure. I think some of these people are just like not nice at all. But I just did not like Ramses at all. I think he's just lame. I think him being like, oh, I found out like my ex-wife was more sad about our divorce than I thought, and like I don't want to hurt you. I'm like, what are you talking about? Like,
amongst all of his other problems that we don't even honestly need to shed light on because he's such a loser.
So lame. But like, as far as like the people who actually did get married, I'm just like, okay, Ashley and Tyler,
she's stupid. What? This man lied to you about having 3 kids, saying that he was a sperm donor. He's a full-on dad to them, that he conceived naturally, or that they conceived naturally together. And you're about to marry this man and say you trust your intuition, it's the love of your life.
But we have to remember that we know this, but in the moment, she did not know
that they were really
that they like conceived naturally. Like, she didn't know all these things that we know now. So I am wondering, like, at the reunion, what we'll hear.
It's looking like. Mm-hmm.
Yeah, like if they're still together after she knows this, I would say like, oh, yikes. But I'm thinking at the time, if she believed, okay, he was a sperm donor, like, yes, that is messed up that he didn't tell her. But at the same time, it's like, if she really believed, okay, yeah, he donated his sperm to his friend, whatever, then it's kind of like she could get over it. But I don't know. Yeah. And then the other couple, I mean, we knew they were going to get married. It's weird. Their parents both got married on like the same day or something.
Yeah, I'm so happy for them. They are thriving, and that girl can dress, man. She has such good style.
Yeah, I wonder if they moved to San Diego.
Also, this tape is like really bothering me. Sorry, guys. I cut the costume thinking that I was gonna like tape, like, or I was gonna like have my headphones around it, and then I had already cut it, and I was like, that was stupid. I could just put my headphones behind. So that's what's happening right now. Oh, whatever. Fuck it. I don't even care.
Okay. Well, do you have any additional thoughts on Love is Blind?
No, I just can't wait for the reunion. I want to see what side everyone's falling on. I can't wait to like circle back next week and be able to talk about Tim again. So, which thanks to everyone for whoever took my side. You're a real one.
Yeah, you're an idiot. So let us know in the comments on our latest post what you thought about the finale. Thanks. So what's our next show?
So then the challenge, which we talked about last week, is like changing it up. They're finally every man and woman for themselves. And so now the eliminations are just one or the other. So this week was a male elimination. And okay, first of all, so they're in Vietnam is like where this season is being filmed. And I guess I like didn't think about the temperature at all ever until this week's episode.
Interesting because you're big on temperature and climate when watching shows because it's all you talked about when we talked about Dubai.
I know.
So I'm shocked.
Yeah, I guess I like just didn't think about it. And so they talk about like how excruciatingly hot.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, it is. And like Michelle like needed an ambulance, like needed medical attention, and they're all just like sweating. Like I couldn't imagine doing much in the heat, and I know Kelly can't. And so
Nope.
I literally was thinking about you the whole episode. Like this is where you would leave. You would see yourself out and you would be like, no, thank you. I will go.
And this is when we were introduced to the ladies of leisure.
Mm-hmm.
Naya.
For sure.
Naya, is it Naya? Naya, Michelle, and Olivia. Which,
Olivia.
By the way, I completely forgot Olivia was still on this season until they showed her in the ambulance with Michelle. I was like, "Oh, you're still here."
Yeah,
anyway,
girl.
She does nothing.
Alaska hater.
Oh my god, she just does nothing for the show. She just
I love her.
By.
She's my favorite. She's literally my favorite.
For what reason?
I loved her on Love Island, love her on The Challenge. I thought she did incredible her first season on The Challenge. She can really get down and dirty.
She did do good on the first season.
Yeah.
But since...
She's been good.
Besides backstabbing her friend.
Okay.
So Kyra likes people that are snaky.
No, she doesn't. No, Kyra doesn't.
She even got called a pet snake this week.
I like Olivia.
Pet snake.
I like Olivia.
Kyra loves a pet snake.
Ew. Gross. Only snake I'll wear is on a Birkin. Thank you.
So anyways, ladies of leisure, that would be me for sure. And then, so I would like to, my question is, would you rather, this is my question for Kyra and for our listeners, would you, if you were on the challenge, which Kyra wants to be on the challenge, would you be part of the ladies of leisure or Bananas Angels or whatever his
ladies of leisure
called?
Ladies
for
of
sure.
leisure.
Same.
Like all day long, I am a lady of leisure. That is literally how I define my life.
Same. Okay, that's
all day.
Same.
So it was just a male elimination, and it was between Johnny Bananas and Ryan.
And they were playing Mario Kart.
So it was like as good of an opportunity, level playing field for either one of them as it could possibly be. But honestly, Ryan was better off with any other challenge. Like, it was so bad. Like me and my friend are watching it and we're like, you know, because then it goes to commercial breaks and we're like, oh, he's going to fuck it up. Like I already know he's right there. So basically they were on these like mini quads and they had this like little like course that they had to do. And then there was flags hanging off the end of their quad and they had to like grab the other's flag. And Ryan was right there. And I was like, he's going to fall. And what does he do? Falls.
He would have had a better chance in a whole brawl.
Yes. And what was like them like doing like the little, I mean, yes, we spoke about we didn't favor the military. Well, men in the military.
For dating purposes.
For dating. What was the need for both of them to shout out their dads?
I don't know because they're in Vietnam, I think, and both of their dads fought in the Vietnam War, maybe. Okay. I know Johnny said his dad fought in the Vietnam War, so he's said that a couple times this season that like his dad had fought there in Vietnam, so like he feels, I don't know,
connected. Yeah. So Johnny stays and the house is gonna be tricky now because he's coming for you.
Yeah.
And Ryan went home, which he deserved to. Honestly, it was like a very lackluster episode this week. Well, Josh is still there though, so I'm sure we'll see him in the next male elimination.
Yeah. And also Michelle being like, now that Devin's gone, I kind of lost my reason to stay here. I'm like, what?
$1 million would give me I have 1 million reasons to stay.
And when Johnny nominated her to be the target, he's like, he nominated Naya, Olivia, and Michelle. And he said, whatever he called Naya, I don't know. And then he said Olivia, which is Devin's pet snake. And then he said Michelle, Devin's soon-to-be ex-girlfriend.
Soon-to-be ex-girlfriend.
And I'm just like, ooh.
Yikes.
I mean,
Yikes.
yeah, but whatever. So, anyways, yeah, should get good. But moving on to New York.
Okay, so they're still in the Hamptons at Erin's house, and they're gonna cook dinner, and so they're at the market. First of all, them playing the how much do these things cost game was so funny because, like, honestly, I would have priced some of those things the same way. And also, you're in the Hamptons, so like it's gonna be more expensive. But like, yeah, that was fun. Like, just
I agree because I was gonna say, I mean, I am like a normal person that does go to the grocery store. Like some of them were saying like they don't go to the grocery store. I do go to the grocery store, but and this, I don't mean to sound like pretentious, but I don't necessarily always look at the prices on things if it's something that I'm for sure going to buy.
right.
I don't really know how much like eggs cost. I
know it sounds ignorant. I know it sounds ignorant, and we don't have a family, and so it's a little easier for us to not pay attention to things. We're not trying to, be tone deaf.
Yeah,
but I'm the same
not
way.
at all.
I don't know what things cost.
It's not because I'm like, oh, I just have whatever money to spend. It's just like there's certain things that I want. There are certain things that I will prioritize getting like a specific type of something. And there are other things where I'm like, oh, I could get like a cheaper version of this or whatever. Like everyone has their things. But there are some things that I don't really look at the price. And I wouldn't necessarily know how much something costs. And I know that sounds stupid, but so yeah, but it was funny to watch them just like have no clue, like even a range. But they were obviously at like a bougie store in a bougie area. And so it was, some of the prices were like crazy. But it was funny.
So they like talk about the price of eggs, which leads into Jessel talking about her frozen eggs. And okay, so she said that being a surrogate, like you pay around $250, which like I thought it was around 100,000. So like I'm not having a kid for anybody for 100,000. $250, you might get me. I could be pregnant for 10 months. 100% for $250. An extra $250 on the year.
Yeah, maybe. I
would do it. So I need to get into the New York socialite scene, and I'll be somebody's surrogate. Although they don't let you be a surrogate if you've never had a child. So I guess I gotta for step one.
Yeah, I'm like, well, do you get $250 plus like whatever surgery you want after for like your mommy makeover?
Typically, people who are surrogates like love to be pregnant. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, I know, but like after you're done being pregnant, I don't want to look like I'm still pregnant. Not that everyone does, but I feel like I would because my body wouldn't.
Moms, get her.
No, I'm saying I wouldn't. My body would not bounce back, and I know myself.
Take that $250, get a mommy makeover.
No, I would negotiate the mommy makeover on top of the $250.
Okay, well, let us know.
I'm sorry, if I'm going to be a surrogate for a celebrity like Khloe Kardashian or something, she can afford to pay me for the mommy makeover in addition to the $250.
Well,
that's what I'm saying. My price would be, but I don't want to be pregnant. I don't want to have a kid for someone else. I don't want to have a kid for myself either.
I support that. I do. For $250, I'm in. Just give me a call. And then they're at dinner, and It's crazy that none of them know how to cook. Well, it's actually not that crazy, I guess. But I love that Sai knows how to cook. And of course, the lesbians know how to cook. Sorry, guys. Sorry.
Jessel is me cooking.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Oh,
I can cook like if I am like paying attention, and I can't be like cooking and talking and like I'm not that type of person I can't do that. But if I'm like paying attention and like focused and like trying to do something, I can, but no, I'm not the
No.
Mm-hmm.
I got this.
Yeah.
And then
him so much because it's like I need a man that's just gonna grill because the fuck I'm not gonna be cooking, so you better fucking do it.
Oh yeah, no, I will cook, but you're doing all the handy stuff. Like I'm never gonna put gas in my car. You're putting gas in my car. Like I got the house though. I got the house. I'll make it a home. I'll clean. I'll cook. I'll do the laundry. All that stuff. You're fixing things. Yeah.
Nah. You can fix and cook. I'll clean and
make the house a home. Laundry. Okay, there we go.
Yeah. And I mean, I'll work. Like,
well, yes.
I have a career. Like, I will work full time. I will bring in income. I'm okay with that. I'm not just trying to be lazy.
I hope both are bringing in an income.
Well, yes, but I'm just saying, like, there are some women who like don't want to do anything, and they're like, just like bring in the money, and I will just like do nothing and spend the money. Like, no, I have a career, and I like working, and I want to contribute in the house to the household in that way. So
this is what I always say. Like, I need a man that says, like, oh, it's cute that you want to work. You know what I mean? It's like I don't have to work, but I will work because, like, I do love to work. I am a hard worker. Like, I love to work. But I wish that a man was like, you don't have to work. I'm like, all right, great, cool.
Yeah, you want to like not have to depend on your income because if you don't want to work, you don't want to have to do it. But yeah, no, I mean, I like my career and I like doing it. But yeah, if something, yeah, I get it.
Yeah. And then so they're all just like sitting at dinner and they're like playing like a conversational game, right? Or Never Have I Ever? Never Have I Ever. Yeah.
I don't remember.
Yeah, they were playing Never Have I Ever because they were like, has anyone ever Yeah. And so Never Have I Ever Been to a Sex Club was one of the things. And Jenna Lyons talked about how her friend was doing this article, and so they would go to all of these like New York sex clubs. And I was saying to Kelly, like, I have always wanted to go to a New York sex club. Like they just like, oh my God, I would love to. I just like to look, and I would just be so interesting. You know, it's like, if you ever watch Succession, how they go for the bachelor party? It's like and like that is like, I would love to go.
Interesting. I have seen Succession. I know exactly what episode you're talking about. Never really gave it a second thought. As far as like never really thought about like as deep as you thought about it. Loving to go.
Oh yeah. I mean, I've been to a few before, so I would like, yeah. Like oh yeah. They're just interesting. Like they're just so interesting.
Okay. In New York or no?
No. Nope.
You're like, I actually work at one. I'm just kidding.
So when I say I love to work,
that's on the Patreon. DM us for the link.
Yep.
So, anyways, another dinner that they had at home when they're cooking, because this is the same dinner. Yeah. This is the same dinner, yeah. Erin loves to do a prank.
Love that about her.
So she puts like a fake cockroach in the thing that Jenna makes, and there's like a cockroach, and it makes Uba throw up.
Like, she is just too much. First of all, we already know I'm not a nature girly. Insects, not my thing. So I had a mouse in my apartment and I moved into a hotel for a very long time. So like, trust me, I would react as well. Oh my God, if I saw a cockroach. But like going into the bathroom and like viciously throwing up.
I could see maybe gagging, but like actually throwing up. And then Sai goes to check on her, and then Sai starts throwing up, and I'm like, oh my God, you could like, and I am very like, I feel like I throw up pretty easily, but even I was like, whoa, I don't know.
And they're like, it's fake. It's fake. And I know she's going to get mad. I already know in this week's episode, she's going to be mad that they faked it.
I know. I mean, we saw last season how mad she got about the cell phone thing. And I was like, oh God, this is going to be crazy. But
Aaron loves a prank. Uba doesn't love a prank.
I know. So, and then we ended the episode again with Brynn getting very upset. Right. I think rightfully so. Just like kind of, she's just like over it. Like Uba and Sai specifically, just kind of like, just not giving her a chance to talk. Specifically Uba, like just wants to be able to get her point across, but then like once Brynn wants to talk, it's like, no, we're done.
And it was so strange because Uba went in trying to give her an apology. Brynn says one thing and Uba like flips a switch and all of a sudden it's not an apology anymore and she doesn't care and like all this. I'm like,
yeah. And she goes, no, we're good. Like, don't cut me off, blah, blah, blah. And so Brynn sits there and lets her talk. But then when Brynn wants to talk, Uba's like, no, we're good. Like, don't cut me off, blah, 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 blah. And it's like, what? And Brynn's like, I'm sick of this. And it's like, yeah, I would be too. And so their big blow up is like brewing. I thought it was going to happen this episode, but it didn't. So that will be coming right along. But there was a big blow up on Salt Lake.
Salt Lake this week. I mean, first, okay, so we're at Angie's engagement. Nope. Anniversary. Her anniversary, which is mob themed, which is just funny because that has nothing to do with romance and like marital longevity. But go off, Angie. I love her, so that's fine. If it makes her happy, go for it, girl. And they get there and there's just like little bickering here and there. And then everyone just starts going at it. But it first starts off with Heather and Mary. And they get into an argument. And then Mary storms off and sits down next to like two 11-year-old girls and just starts talking to them. And
like whose kids were those?
Well, one of them was Angie's daughter, and then I'm assuming it was her friend or like her cousin or something.
Yeah.
And so then so the little girl's like, well, what happened? And Mary's like, adult stuff. I'm over it. I
think we're good. Yeah, we're all good.
I hate her.
Oh my God. She's so funny. Okay, so this was my favorite part of the episode. So and it's so interesting because if you've been watching Salt Lake from the beginning, like from the beginning of the franchise, she has been different each season. So she came in like very just like defensive, I would say.
Racist?
Yeah, but just very like anytime anyone would say anything about it, it was just very much like
combative.
Combative, that's a perfect word. And then she was quiet one season, and then she like wasn't on a season or two, or she was like a friend on one season and then wasn't on whatever. And then this season she's just like kind of like the prankster, jokester, like whatever, just like funny.
She's divorced, Mary. They said that this was the best season we were going to see of her.
Even though she's not divorced, I don't think. I mean, they must be separated or whatever.
Yeah.
And so, but she's just like funny and carefree, and like I love it. So
me too.
She goes up to Brittany and Brittany's date, and she goes, "Hey, Jared."
Now, Brittany, remember, is the one who is dating her BFF.
Well, and now, but they broke up because he was dating Angie's Lash girl and whatever, or texting Angie's Lash girl. And so Mary has never met him. And so she goes up to this guy and goes, "Hey, Jared." And Brittany goes, "Oh, no, this is whatever his name is. I don't know." And Mary goes, oh, sorry, like, hi, you know, whatever the guy's name is. And then she kind of goes, like, makes a face like, oops, and like walks away, like, you know, called him the wrong name because she didn't know that this wasn't Jared that she's been hearing about for weeks and weeks and weeks. At every meal they're at, Brittany is like clinking the glass, like, I have an announcement and it's about this Jared guy. And now she's with whoever the hell, I don't even know his name.
Whoever this guy is.
So then she goes over to Meredith and she's like, go say hi to Jared. And Meredith is like, that's not Jared.
That's not Jared. I don't think that that's Jared.
And Mary's like, that's Jared. Go say hi to Jared. And Meredith is like, I don't think that's him. And she like gets her phone out and Mary's like, no, don't look him up. Don't look up his picture. That's him. Go see. And she's like egging her on, knowing full well that is not Jared. And it's so funny to me because she's just like bored and just like wants to cause drama, but like it's like funny drama. It's not like mean, malicious. It's just like funny. And
harmless.
That's the type of shit that I like. Harmless. Yeah. That's like the type of shit that I like. It's not mean. It's just like silly, funny. And she's just like, and she's like, no, like it is like, go say hi, Jared. And so then Meredith like pulls up the picture of the real Jared and she's like, this is a different person. And Mary's like, huh. Oh, weird. Like as if she didn't just get told that is not Jared. And it's just like so funny how she.
Now, mind you, simultaneously, Jared is walking in.
Yeah, because Whitney's husband, who, side note, is wearing a black shirt that says Givenchy.
Yeah, he's wearing a Givenchy shirt.
Huh?
Yeah, he's wearing a Givenchy shirt.
Yeah, it's heinous. It's just a Givenchy t-shirt with a black blazer. It's a hideous outfit. Don't listen to Kyra. Don't let her tell you any different. It's heinous.
I don't mind it for the occasion.
I was
a t-shirt and a blazer.
I was just gonna say it could be okay, but not for this occasion. Like, why are you?
Everyone's dresses wardrobe was everywhere.
It was heinous. You could wear a t-shirt with jeans, not with this. No, heinous. No.
Yeah. So he
invites Jared because they're buddies, and he supposedly saw Brittany there and decided, oh, I'm going to tell Jared to come. Well, if you saw Brittany there, you saw that she was with a date. So why would you tell Jared to come?
That poor date.
The poor date. He was so cute and just like. So right when Jared walks in, everyone runs over and is like, Brittany, do you see who just walked in? And she goes, no, who? And then right when she sees him, she's like, oh, and like starts like hysterically crying. And her date's like, huh? And like, he's just like, what the hell? And then Mary's like, so how long have you and Brittany been dating?
Mary's back on the couch.
And he's like, oh, like a month. And she's like, a month?
A month, huh? And then meanwhile, Jared and Brittany are outside talking where she's like, why are you here? And he's like, great charcuterie, huh? It's like, what? And like, she's like, this is what I want. I want the man to fight for me. And like, but like, don't do this all the time. And it's like, girl.
He's not fighting for you. He showed up because you have a date and he just came to ruin it because that's how men like this are.
He like wanted you like,
and then he kept saying, "Oh, I know you have a date, so I don't want to ruin it."
He wanted to swing his dick around that party and let you know he still sees you and he can still control you, and you fed right into it.
Mm-hmm. And then made you cry your little eyes out, and then left you. And so,
idiot.
It just, and so, yeah.
But then we get into the real fight.
Yes, of course, right? When the episode's going to end, Whitney and Lisa, sweet baby gorgeous, start talking. And I'm excited to hear your thoughts on this one.
Well, it's Lisa is just so extreme. So when any individual just automatically reacts, so basically Whitney had been accused of buying her, we had talked about a couple of weeks ago, buying her jewelry off of Alibaba and reselling it for a much higher cost price. And she had then, through some digging, found out that Lisa was the one like spreading this story. So she confronts Lisa. And here's the thing. It's like Lisa just goes from 1 to 1,000 like so quickly. So it's like, if someone's accusing me of some shit like that, but like I know I didn't do it, or anything, whatever you're accusing me of, if I know I didn't do it, I'm going to be like, okay, girl, like, okay, let's figure it out. Like, if that's what you think, like, I have no problem talking to your resources. Like, let's figure this out. I know that I didn't do it. I have all the confidence in the world. I'm capable of proving that to you. That's typically how a situation goes if someone is accusing you of something. Not get him on the phone. Get him. Sean, was that his name? Sean? Like, Sean, get involved the LAPD. I want everyone involved. Drop everything. I don't care. This is what she calls her personal cybersecurity immediately. We need to do this. She's talking about my character. Get the Salt Lake City police involved. Get the LAPD involved. I want this fixed. And it's like, what? Like, that reaction right there shows me you fucking did it. You fucking did it. And like, you don't need to go to this extreme, even if you didn't do it, even if you did do it, like, it doesn't, like, the reaction does not fit the accusation.
Yeah. I don't know, but I mean, she always reacts over the top.
Crazy.
And I'm sure she was drinking. But then it's interesting because earlier in the day, when Whitney's getting ready, she talks about how Justin's going to be at the party or whatever. And she says something to the effect of, oh, there's nothing worse than a husband getting involved in an argument, which I think is weird because, like, why would you randomly say that?
No, but she was saying it in reference to something.
No, I know.
Because she knew she was going to confront her.
No, I know, but I'm just like
she knew that she knows how she reacts, and she knows how. I don't think it's a weird comment because she knows how every person reacts, so she knows, like, I'm about to confront
her husband, Justin, like, he seems like, for the most part, like, fairly, like, level-headed and calm. Like, the way that he reacted on this episode, it's like, in general, he doesn't seem like a crazy, like psycho. Like, it's not like he's going around like fighting with women. Like, he's not known to be that type of guy. Like, you know how there's certain house husbands that it's like, oh, they're always involved in the girl drama. Like, he doesn't really seem like that type. So it was just interesting that she had said that because it didn't seem like he's typically that type. But it's like, do you think so?
I could see that. I could see, yeah.
Oh, that he would get involved? Oh, I don't think so.
I feel like he has in past seasons.
Maybe. I don't know. Like, that would ick me out if my husband was like getting involved. But anyway,
oh my God, yeah, I'll add that to my list of icks for men. Yeah.
So anyways, he does get involved and he's like yelling at Lisa. I mean, she's yelling at him too, but I just think, like, even if a woman is yelling at my husband, if he's yelling back at her, like, it's just ugh. I don't like it.
No. Not your place. Not your place at all.
No. And so she's like, Lisa's yelling at him, which I also don't think is okay. But he's like, how do you feel like your wife's a liar or whatever? And he starts yelling back at her and like basically getting in her face. And so then, of course, Lisa's husband is kind of like not trying to like fight him, but kind of just like holding his hand like, okay, don't yell at my wife. And then he's like going at Lisa's husband. And it's just like, come on, like, relax. 100%. Of course, he's going to do this because you're getting at his wife and she's a woman. And no, she should not be yelling at you, but come on, like, she's a woman. You don't yell back at her like that.
If you feel like you can yell at a woman, then you better be ready to get yelled right the fuck back at.
Yeah.
By that person's husband.
Yeah. And you better get ready to be punched by that person's husband.
Yeah, no, you're not about to disrespect. No.
And I would just be so icked out if my husband like yelled at a woman because I'd be like, oh, well, obviously he yells at you at home.
I would literally shut up immediately. I'd say, we're going to go. We're going to go. I'm so sorry. We're going to go. And as soon as we get into the car, because you never fight in public, that is so disrespectful. You do not argue in public. No one should know what the fuck is happening behind closed doors. You exit, you politely pageant your way out of there. Smile, smile, smile. You get in the car and you're just like, what the fuck were you thinking? How dare you?
If he talks to not a random, but like if he yells at another woman like that in public, he's for sure yelling at you in private. If that's what he's, gross. Yeah. So, anyways, that's pretty much how the episode ends.
Yeah. So we'll see where it picks up.
Okay. So, so next we have Orange County, next and last. So I was going to say, when I watched it this week, my dad was at my house and he sat through the whole episode just because he was sitting in my living room with me. And so basically against his will, he watched the episode with me. And
that's how it starts. And then they get hooked in.
I know, but Tony will not be getting hooked into The Housewives. He had not a pleasant experience watching it, I don't think. And he was very much, asking questions like, why are they hanging out with each other? They're fighting the whole time. And
we're wondering the same thing.
Yeah, but I was also like, well, they're on a trip. They're not always together this much. So since they were on a trip, they are together like day after day. Whereas like when they're in Orange County, they're not together 24/7.
Right,
like they are on a trip. So it's a little bit different. Divided. But it was funny because in one of the like confessionals, Katie was like, is there ever a dinner with this group that's been pleasant? And Tony was like, I was just wondering the same thing.
Yeah, we love Katie.
Yeah. And so my dad was like, yeah. But yeah, so basically there's a lot of fighting this episode. A bright spot that I found in this episode was Shannon with her daughters when they went to lunch. They're talking about like being single and dating and like just being cute and talking about their little like college adventures and kind of being funny and, whatever.
It's so weird to like see them so grown up. So one of them is living in Paris and one is living in New York.
Yeah. And so one was visiting the other one in Paris, and then they went to visit Shannon. So I thought that was a really cute scene, kind of like lighthearted and not so much fighting. And then we got back to the fighting. So Shannon tells Gina that, Tamara tells Gina that Shannon had tried to dig up some dirt on her in the past about allegedly pushing Travis down the stairs. So that's a whole debacle.
Tamara was held to the flame. And so now, instead of actually taking accountability, which Gina said very, very like blunt and plain, like, we're not saying this. We're saying what you are doing is wrong. And we just need you to take accountability and say, I'm sorry for being a shitty person. That's all. And she still can't do it. And so instead, she's like, well, you think that? Well, what about this? What if I tell you this? And is that person shittier than me?
Yeah, she has to shift the blame. That's all she knows how to do. So, and I know I skipped ahead. I skipped like other things happened before that in the episode. So basically in the beginning of the episode, we kind of started where they left off with Jen and Tamara still like yelling at each other in the hotel room. And then they go, later they're yelling at each other again at like a lunch or dinner. I don't know which it was. And then Tamara says like, okay, so we're good. And Jen's like, no, we're not good. Like, no, like this is not how normal people operate. You don't just scream and yell at each other and then take no accountability and then we're good. Like, no, that's not how this works.
She's like, yeah, we're good. Cause like, I'm not talking about it anymore, but like, no, we're not good. Like we are not good.
Like I'm just done with it, but I'm not like over it. So it's just a whole mess. And then there's Tamara also brings up the fact that when she had gone with her daughter and Katie and Katie's daughter, that I guess Katie's daughter had babysat Emily's kids at one point and said that Emily's kids, who are 8 years old, were like talking shit about Heather and just brought this whole other drama up about that. And I'm like, why are we bringing kids into it?
Right. I just don't. And then Heather just like overreacts about everything, of course. And so like she just thinks it's like the most vile thing any individual could ever possibly do on this planet. Like it's just like they're just like so annoying to listen to this trip and like this season in general. Like everyone just be an adult, everyone like just be friends. Like stop. I'm so over it.
I know.
Be
and
nice.
Again,
just be nice.
I keep reminding myself this is Shannon's birthday trip. And the episode ends with her walking out of the restaurant as the servers are bringing her a birthday cake with candles. They're singing, and she is not at the table.
Nope.
Because
she's
she
just
stormed
had
out.
enough.
And she's taking her mic off, and she's done with it. And yeah, I mean, there was just a lot of fights this episode. Like there was the one, also Shannon and Heather had to sit down, and Heather really didn't take accountability for spreading Shannon's business either. And so there's just a whole mess. But we haven't seen Party Girl Lexi in 2 episodes, and we haven't missed her.
It's been wonderful. So this week's the season finale, and I'm excited. And then
we get the reunion.
I'll just look forward to the reunions. That's really like that's what we're looking for.
For sure.
We get through the season knowing that there's a reunion at the end.
Exactly. So definitely something to look forward to. So yeah, that was the shows for this week. And moving right along.
So, obviously, because this is our Halloween episode, we thought we would like share some little Halloween stories and things like that. So, first and foremost, like one, Halloween candy is so expensive. You want to talk about grocery prices? Don't know. Halloween candy, I do know. Very expensive. I bought it at the grocery store. I don't even get trick-or-treaters. I think we talked about this maybe before, that I don't even get trick-or-treaters, and I spent $63 on 2 bags of candy.
Yeah, we didn't talk about it on an episode, but we talked about it with Taylor and Jess. Like after we recorded, we were talking about it, and I don't know how you can, well, I know it's expensive, but I don't know.
Yep. But so that leads the question, what is your favorite Halloween candy? Like if you only could eat one.
I have to go with Kit Kat, I think.
Okay.
I love a Kit Kat.
Okay.
What's yours?
Almond Joy.
Oh, yeah.
I would love, like, I could totally eat an Almond Joy, like, for my only Halloween candy.
Yeah, so good. They usually come in the same bag. Like, you know, the same
this one
thing,
didn't.
which is good.
This one didn't.
Oh, it didn't have Almond Joys, huh? Yeah, that's
because I buy the premium bags. I'm not like, you're not coming over here and you know, having some janky ass options. Like no, we're getting the good stuff. But I was
no one's coming over there regardless. But
my friends come over and they all it's trick or treat time. Bring a fucking,
your friends.
Bring a fucking pail with you.
Okay, I'm bringing my pillowcase. That's what we used to go trick or treat with, the pillowcase.
Bring a pillowcase. Bring a pillowcase. I got it. I got you.
Perfect. See, I'm more of the like day after Halloween. I'll go get like Halloween clearance candy. Yeah, that's
smart.
That's my budget friendly tip.
I'll be bringing it to work this week because I have way too much for a household to have.
Yeah, I have one of my coworkers has a child, and so she'll bring candy
like her like
after and not just for Halloween, but like after Christmas and stuff too, like kind of like leftover stuff, but it's still like good stuff. It's just like she wants to get it out of her house. And so she already brought some like it wasn't necessarily Halloween stuff, but a bunch of like snacks and stuff, but it was in like a Halloween bowl last week, and I was like, oh, this stuff is good. So
so that will be me this week. There was this girl that we grew up with, and she loves Halloween. Like it was her favorite holiday. And so she had like a beautiful, gorgeous home. And so she would throw these like massive Halloween parties, like middle school on. And it's so funny because she's a mom now and her son's birthday was this weekend. And so I saw on her story, like has not lost her love for it. Like did a whole haunted house in her backyard. It was
fun.
so cool. It was so cute. And I like reached out to her. I was like, I'm gonna talk about you this week on the podcast because like that was like what we did. Like we all got dressed up. We all went and we would go to like a haunted house, like Trail of Terror or something, and then we'd go back to her house and like have a party. And
fun.
actually one time one of our friends got left there, and it's like this infamous story that none of us will ever forget. Like they told it at his wedding too. He like veered off from the group because he wanted to go get Dippin' Dots, and so like and like we're probably in like 6th or 7th grade, and like we all get back, like we're probably 25 minutes away, and there's no cell phones at this time, you know, and we get back and we're like, where's John? John was left at the Trail of Terror for getting Dippin' Dots.
Oh, not the Dippin' Dots, John.
Actually, Jess's husband. It's Jess's husband. Yep.
Well, I'm glad he found his way home because
we had to go back and pick him up.
Poor guy.
But it's like that is like one thing that I will always associate Halloween to is John and his love for Dippin' Dots. And for our friend Lauren, like all of her killer parties, and like to know that she's like still doing it. And like sometimes like you get together with your friends and you get your costumes ready, and it was like everyone knew like you're going to Lauren's for Halloween. Like that's where the party is at.
Oh, that's fun.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, we used to always go trick-or-treating for sure. Like with we had like a couple groups of families that we would always go with when we were growing up. And so we always had a lot of fun. My mom loves Halloween, so we kind of like just grew up always doing Halloween. We when me and my brother were little, we went to a private school, and so at least until I was in like the first private school we went to was kind of like more strict. They like didn't really like let people celebrate Halloween like at school. So like I don't know, they like didn't do Halloween stuff at school. And so we like a lot of our friends at that school, they like weren't allowed to do Halloween. And so but then like I said, my mom like loved Halloween. So then we like got home and then we were allowed to like celebrate and
party it up.
Right when we got home, it's like, okay, get your costumes, and we went trick-or-treating, and so that was fun. And then yeah, so I mean, I wouldn't say like Halloween's ever been like my favorite holiday or anything, but I've always liked it. We always dressed up every year. And so yeah, we're gonna share on our carousel this week some of our favorite costumes, both mine and Kyra's, from like when we were younger all the way through like college years, or 20s, high school, 20s.
I think
whatever.
some of the ones I sent you were literally last year before.
Yeah, no, I have some from like more recent years too.
Love Halloween. I love Halloween. I hate anything scary. So I am not here for Halloween scary stuff, but like fun, creative, funny. Like I always have fun with my costumes.
Mm-hmm.
I love a theme. Anytime there's an opportunity for a theme, I am here executing.
Yeah, I don't like a haunted house or haunted man, or like a haunted corn thing or whatever, because I know that the people that work there, they know the people that are like extra scared,
right?
And I'm like, oh no. I do like scary movies, but I don't like scary where it's like you're actually there. But anyways, yeah, so we'll share some of our favorite Halloween costumes over there, and let us know what your favorite Halloween costume is, or like your favorite Halloween tradition or whatever. Yeah, so, and hopefully, or let us know like what you're doing for Halloween this week, if you're doing anything. I'm not dressing up. Me and my dad are going out to dinner.
Yeah, this is it for me.
Yeah, I have a San Diego Scout collab on Halloween, so.
Yeah. So that's it. Let us know, and I want to know your favorite Halloween candy too, because I might have some, so I'll send it to you.
Right. Well, I'm seeing you tomorrow, so if you have some Kit Kats, bring them right along.
Oh, I sure do.
Yes. Okay, well, to wrap up, as always, we're going to bring on the positivity and what we're looking forward to, what we're working on, all those things. So what is something you're working on this week?
I am working on creating more content for my hair business. So that I need to get on top of and be a little more proactive. Holiday season's approaching, so I want to just like make a bunch of stuff so I have it ready because it'll be getting crazy soon. So
Nice.
that's what I'm working on.
Nice. I am still working on stuff in my house and still working on releasing control of things, not having to like do everything. So a work in progress, if you will.
There we go. There we go.
What is something that you're looking forward to?
I am looking forward to dinner with you tomorrow. And there was one other thing that I was looking forward to, but I forgot. So dinner with you tomorrow.
Perfect. I am also looking forward to dinner tomorrow. I'm looking forward to Monday Night Football tonight. I'm looking forward to the dinner my dad and I are going to on Thursday. So yeah, should be a fun week. And that's pretty much it. What is one thing that made you feel like an adult this week?
I would say not having to reach out to you for help as much made me feel like an adult. Like I feel like I was very productive and like self-teaching myself and not having to disrupt you and just doing.
Nice. Yeah, I would agree with that. I feel like definitely, yeah. I think probably going to Home Depot so many times and
changing
new stuff in my house.
Mm-hmm.
Feels pretty adult. A new, like kitchen light fixture and new blinds and stuff. Those feel pretty adult. But yeah, so that is it for this week. I hope you guys enjoyed.
We do want to just say one quick thing. We are in the last week before the election. Please, everyone, go out and vote.
Yes.
It is a very, very important election. I am not trying to get political. We are just here to express that it is important and to just research what you think you are voting for, because you may learn something in that process. And we all want to be happy. We all want to be able to afford things. We all want to be treated equally. We all know that there are problems that need addressing, and both candidates, regardless of what you think, do think that there is an immigration problem and have a plan to fix it. So just research everything and please go out and vote.
Yes.
That's all.
Alrighty. So hopefully you laughed this week. Hopefully you learned something. Make sure you subscribe, rate, review. All of our info, as always, is down below, including our breast cancer research link. This is the last week that we will be raising money, so make sure to go donate if you can, and we will catch you next week. Bye.
Bye.